Welcome to That's Good Broncos. It's a podcast. It's a YouTube show. It's a pick'em episode. It doesn't even know what it is anymore. I'm Brandon Perna here with Will Keys. It's the middle of the week, so we're going to do our Denver Broncos news briefly up top. Broncos news in 5 minutes or less is what I'm calling it. And then we will pick all of our games, and we will reveal who in our Patreon Pick'em League finished in the top 5 spots. Spoiler, it was not Will or I. Our picks average, perfectly average at 8-8.
I felt good about our picks for a while, and all of a sudden, no, it went downhill.
Yeah, we couldn't even remember who we picked.
Yeah, I thought we picked the Raiders for the Monday Night Football game. Turns out I was the one who wanted to take the Raiders. But you know what? That game was so crazy that
it was stupidly awesome.
It was a really stupid game. I'm not going to hold it against you. The Ravens should have won, and the Raiders should have won too. They both. Let's clear that up. They both should have lost.
Yeah, they both should have lost.
Deserved a loss for that game. And
I will say they're like the performance at the last part of the game in the fourth quarter. That was good. That was good football, good competitive football. Overtime, complete shit show of both teams doing everything they could to lose.
Maybe they got tired. You know, it was kind of late.
First week one, getting a little tired, a little lazy. Is that what you're saying?
They could have, yeah.
Marlon Humphrey sure was lazy.
He was lazy. People were saying, like he got picked by his own guy on that play. He still gave up like before the ball was caught. Yeah, which was
Zay Jones, widest open receiver I've ever seen.
The most wide open player I've ever seen, definitely.
Yeah. So we're going to do our picks for this week, try to be better. Today's episode brought to you by Draftkings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up at Draftkings. That's what's important. Code DNVR to take advantage of Draftkings' best offers all around the world. All around the world. And my coffee company, benchwarmerbrew.com, if you want to support this channel directly. And Will and I, Benchwarmer Brew, I sell coffee along with 5 Points Vids, Urinating Tree. It's really, really good coffee. That's all I'm going to say about that. Broncos news, because we did have some news happen today.
Some news.
The Ronald Darby news, we've got injury updates, all right? Jerry Jeudy, high ankle sprain. We kind of already knew that. Will and I recapped the Broncos games Sunday night after they play. So if you want more in-depth recaps, we already do that. We're not going to relive that shit. But Jerry Jeudy, high ankle sprain. But Ron Darby, they're both on the short. Well, we both thought they were going to be on the short-term IR. Ron Darby has a small tear in his hamstring, so he could end up on IR longer. So after 1 week, that great Broncos corner depth already getting tested. And
the wide receiver depth at the same time. This is a really good example, and I said this before the season, and in case I didn't say this before the season, please don't look it up, but this is why you trade away your strengths. Because how do you not expect this to happen? How do you not expect to lose corners and wide receivers? Maybe not at the pace that they did last year. But we're already a week in, and they're pulling guys off the practice squad. Kendall Hinton is coming in for Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, he's not going to take Jerry Jeudy's snaps, but I'm going to assume that KJ Hamler gets a lot more targets. Tim Patrick, Cortland Sutton only had 1 reception for 14 yards. I can only think of one other target that he had. That sideline pass, that deep ball that didn't connect. But I still feel good, obviously, about the wide receivers because of the depth, because they didn't trade away a guy like Tim Patrick. If they had, they'd really be in trouble right now. I'd really be concerned. Same goes if they had traded away Kyle Fuller or Bryce Callahan. I'd really be concerned. Instead, we're going to get Patrick Surtain, and I believe Nate Hairston is getting called up. But obviously, Surtain only played, I think it was 16
15 or
snaps,
16 snaps.
which was a little surprising
That's
against the
changing this
Giants.
week.
It feels like Darby got targeted on just about every pass play for the Giants, which I don't blame them. You got to pick on somebody, I guess. But you got Trevor Lawrence coming in. It might be a lot of rookie-on-rookie targets this week. I wouldn't be surprised to see Surtain get his first pick against Trevor Lawrence, who threw 3 against the Texans. The Texans, who had 3 interceptions all last year. 3 against Trevor Lawrence.
Stat of the day. Stat of the day.
The stat of the day.
Wow.
Brought to you by Draftkings.
Trademark. That's good, Broncos. Yeah. Surtain, Trevor Lawrence. They know each other a little bit from college competition.
Do they ever?
Down in the South, the SEC. The Broncos receiver depth is key because I don't know when Cortland Sutton will be Cortland Sutton again. Takes a little time. We've talked about that, I feel like, every week. But I saw Andrew Mason post a video of Sutton running at practice. And it looked like he was limping when he ran. I don't know if that's just because he was practicing with the knee brace on. I'm not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, but I was like, the way he's running doesn't look completely right. So I think it's going to be a really big game for Tim Patrick. I think the Broncos are going to rely on the run game a little bit more this week because I think they'll actually be able to run the ball effectively against the Jags.
Yeah.
So we'll keep our eye on those things. Urban Meyer refused to talk to Denver media this week because people thought he might be flying to USC to interview for the USC gig. That wasn't true, right?
It's not true yet. He denied it. One thing I've learned is not to take coaches at their word.
Yeah, they are fucking liars. Some of the best liars on earth, head football coach.
Great liars. They're great at lying. They could have fooled Tim Roth in that one show. I think it was called Lie to Me.
What? Yeah, my thought here is I hope Eric Bieniemy gets that head coaching job.
Why? Do you think it's going to make the Chiefs?
No, I don't think it'll make the Chiefs. I don't really think it'll make any difference.
I don't either.
You and I think Andy Reid is the sauce that makes that offense go along with
he
Patrick Mahomes, obviously.
He is the barbecue sauce that stirs the drink.
That's right. You guys put a little barbecue sauce in your milkshakes ever?
I know he's tried it. On accident, probably. It probably spilled in there.
But losing your OC in middle of the season, that will sting a little bit. That's going to fuck up your day-to-day operations, how you do things. So yeah, if we can weaken the Chiefs even a tiny bit, I'm on that boat. Question I wanted to ask you, Vance Joseph, if Arizona's defense is legit, let's say they finish top 5, you think he's a head coaching candidate at the end of this season?
Hopefully for a team like the Raiders, I think they should look into it.
Oh my God.
I think that would make a lot of sense for them, especially if they get rid of John Gruden. I tweeted after the Monday night game, I think John Gruden should be the first coach fired midseason after a win.
Yeah, I RT'd that because it was hilarious.
They haven't done it yet. They haven't listened to me, but I don't know. That Raiders team, I was going to say they're talented, but they're really not that talented. They're talented on offense. Defensively, like they have Max Crosby, Carl Nass have made a nice play, but they just have drafted so poorly that there's nothing there on defense.
Yeah, and we forget like the Ravens line is not the same line it had last year.
No, not at all. Yeah, you lost Orlando Brown. Villanueva is not looking good. Anyway, yeah, with Vance Joseph, I'm a little conflicted because I really do think, and you can look at this too for speaking of the Ravens, their defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, he used to be the defensive coordinator for the Broncos back in 2010 when they had one of the worst defenses, I think in franchise history, one of the worst defenses in the NFL that year. Now he's defensive coordinator of the Ravens. They've put together 2 pretty good years in a row defensively. I think 3 that he's been there.
Because they usually have a lot of good players.
That's what I'm getting at. Is that, let's look at the Cardinals defense as a whole. Is it Vance Joseph, or did Vance Joseph scheme up those 5 sacks for Chandler Jones, or is he just really good? Did he unlock TJ Watt, or is TJ Watt or JJ Watt? Sorry,
JJ.
Is JJ really good? Is Budda Baker just really good?
Chandler Jones is benefiting from JJ Watt being on that defensive line.
I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah. So
and Budda Baker, very good. Their linebackers dynamic now. Best way to be a good defensive coordinator is to have a lot of good defensive players.
Yeah, so I won't be upset if Vance Joseph gets another head coaching job. Good for him. I don't have any ill will against him. I think he was a poor head coach.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
This isn't like a Josh McDaniels situation where I actively root against him every year when his name is brought up in head coaching searches.
Yep.
I just think long and hard about Vance Joseph's 2 years in Denver first.
It was not pleasant. No. All right. Von Miller also said he hasn't seen a leader like Teddy since Manning left. There's a little clip from the sideline I saw on Twitter. Like to see that. I think Von probably has a pretty good eye for leadership, but like the little things that a QB does well during a game that we probably don't notice. And it wasn't like a press conference where Von's very good at hyping up players. He does it every offseason for us, training camp. It was like just a genuine moment of him telling Teddy, like, keep doing this. We need this. This is working. It's been a while since this team's had it. So just another notch to raise Teddy even higher on the NFL quarterback power ranking totem pole.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the most complete games, like a top 5 complete game that we've seen since Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a little bit sad for a game where, the quarterback only threw 2 touchdowns. But I think the more important thing is it wasn't an up and down performance. It wasn't streaky. He was just kind of in control the whole time and hit his passes and didn't turn the ball over and all that good stuff. The thing that stuck out to me is, like, it's got to be weird to be Drew Lock and have the team official account, like, tweet that clip out and be like, yeah, we haven't had this in 6 years, while the guy who was quarterback last year is actually still on the roster.
Guys, what about me?
Yeah.
Just like Drew Lock, like walking by that social media manager in the hallway.
I have feelings too.
Flinch. Okay. We're going to go on to the game picks. I'm going to reveal right now who finished atop our Patreon Pick'em board. We rank 13th in a big, huge tie with a lot of other people. Number 1, though, Leon 2's Picks 1. Confusing name, but Leon Slavkin, first place. Congratulations, 13-3. Then we got ESPN fan, a lot of numbers there. Sean Parker, 11-5.
Sean Parker, the social network.
Valet S. Valentin Schroeder, 10-6. Then we got 3 10-6s holding that third, fourth, and fifth spot. Joey Clark, Travis Moody. Congratulations, guys. You outpicked us. So
our buddy Christian Thigpen in the top 10.
Oh yeah, joins us on the Patreon Zoom chats. Oh, we got to do one of those probably next week. Yeah, so we're gonna go on to week 2 and make our picks, starting with Thursday Night Football. Giants at Washington Football Team. It looks like 79% of people think Washington wins.
Yeah, and I don't think it's that obvious. It's not that obvious to me, but I'm typically going to take the home team on a short week.
Yeah. I think that's safe. I would feel much better about Washington if Fitzmagic didn't get hurt. You said both teams lost to AFC West opponents. You got Taylor Heineke in there. Only 2 quarterbacks have played a full season for Washington in the last 20 years. Wow.
Yes,
Cousins and Campbell. What
Jason
a stat,
Campbell,
Will. What a find.
Kirk Cousins. I did some sweeping for these stats, but
Wow.
don't make fun of the Broncos. Well, let's make fun of Washington for a while.
Yeah.
Did you hear? Were you watching the Manning broadcast on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, I watched a good chunk of it.
Did you hear Jason Kelsey slip up and say R-word skins?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't hear that. He also thought he was playing the Chargers and they were playing the Ravens next.
Yeah, he had no idea who he was playing next week.
That's why. I mean, that's how good he is.
Yeah,
You know
it
what
doesn't matter.
You don't
Does
even
it
care
really
who's
matter?
fucking playing next week. Just
run a hook at 8 yards and the ball's going to be there. It doesn't matter.
He's like he just gotta love Mahomes, where you've got a route and then you know the play is going to be extended, and he's really good at continuing to find ways to get open.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals, Bears. Ooh, 57, picking the Bengals. Not super bold, but the Bengals, a big week 1 win against the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Andy Dalton revenge game that we've all been waiting for.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Bengals at Bears. I don't know. We're not going to see Justin Fields until at least week 3. It would have been announced by now. An interesting stat that I found about Dalton was he was 31st this week with just 4.29 air yards per pass.
Wow.
Which means he was the second most check downiest quarterback in the league against the Rams. Meanwhile, Stafford was throwing the ball like 90 yards in the air to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take the Bengals.
Are we?
I think so.
Okay.
What did the Bears do that would make you think they can win any games?
Not going to play the Rams.
Not play the run the ball to David Montgomery?
I think they ran the ball pretty well. I don't know. I like picking teams in their home opener, but I'm cool. I'm cool taking the Bengals.
Let's take the Bengals.
We're going to get a little, I guess it's not bold because everybody else is taking them, but let's do it.
Wow, look at this. Texans at Browns. 94% of people picking the Browns, even though the Texans have a better record than Cleveland. Even though I bet $410 on the Texans money line.
Oh, man. Are you going to go against it now?
Yes.
Are you going to hedge?
Yes. I've got to have some sort of redemption when I lose that money.
Was that a punishment for clickbait?
No, it was
Feels like it.
me trying to just live up to people liking the tweet. I said if 1,000 people like the tweet, I would make a significant bet on the Texans. And then I got in there. I didn't know what a significant bet was. And then Draftkings retweeted my thing. I was like, oh, man, I got to impress Draftkings too. They're like, you got to bet on the Texans now. So I was like, oh, God. So I just bet what the actual money line was, which was 410. So.
Holy shit.
And I thought this was the biggest mismatch of the week. That's why I picked the Texans for that.
Well, I'm not rooting for the Texans in this game. I don't have anything against the Browns, but now I'm rooting for Houston against all odds.
I'll win $2,000 if that plays.
That'll be pretty cool. I mean, Houston, yeah, we're gonna find out if the Jags are like otherworldly bad this week, or the Texans are. I'm not gonna say they're good, but they could end up being like low 20s on a power ranking scale.
Yeah,
at the best,
be a below average team.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrod's not looking over his shoulder at Davis Mills.
No,
He's
and
just going
Tyrod's a
out
solid QB.
and doing his thing. Played really well against Jacksonville. It is Jacksonville.
Yeah, it is. I think Jags are bad. This is a great find. Browns corner, Greg Newsome was the highest rated first round rookie corner week 1.
Yep.
And
Big week for people named Newsome.
Your guy got not ousted. Texans, I mean, just put him on Brandon Cooks. Chiefs weapons receiving, much harder for the Browns. This will be an easier game for them. They will be at home. We're going to take the Browns, right?
Yeah, we're going to take the Browns.
All right. Rams, Colts. Oh, man, I don't think this one's that
It's not 94
lopsided.
to 6 bad. It's
90. Yeah, whoa. This makes me want to pick the Colts, seeing that only 6.
It does. It does. It's hard to conceive of the Colts losing 2 home games to start the season. I don't think the Rams are that good. I think they're good, but I just don't think they're I don't know. I do kind of want to go against the grain here. The Colts offense was not very good last week.
No.
4 3-and-outs against the Seahawks defense.
And they're probably playing a tougher defense against the Rams.
They are. I think it's hard to lose 2 straight games at home, though. A smart person would pick the Rams here, but
yeah, we'll take the Rams, but we're saying we don't think it's going to be closer. It's going to be closer, so all right.
Yeah.
And I mean, Maddie's, we got 2 quarterbacks who switched teams. I want Stafford to win. I want Wentz to look good with the Colts, but not as much as I want Stafford to look good with the Rams.
I want to see Jacob Eason.
Here's a real good matchup. Oh, you do want to see Eason. Eason did look good. Bills, Dolphins. This is closer than people are giving credit for as well. Not a knock on the Bills either, but the Dolphins played a gritty, girthy game against the Patriots. Was that 17-16 final score?
A 17-16 game where they preserved the win, punching the ball out, which the Patriots never fumble at home.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. But Damian Harris coughed it up. I think Ramondre Stevenson had 1 carry, 1 fumble.
Oh, man.
That's a tough way to start your career after like an incredible preseason.
I picked him up in a lot of fantasy leagues deep thinking.
Yeah, that was negative points this week. Not a bad pick, though. This is a tough one because you also don't see Buffalo starting out 0-2, but the Dolphins are just like a solid team.
Solid defensive team, and that's what gave the Bills, some issues last week.
Yes, the last time these 2 teams played, it wasn't close. Though.
Yeah, I think the Bills are going to win, though.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bills.
All right. Pats, Jets. Ooh, New England Patriots at the Jets. 90-10. This feels more correct.
Give me the Patriots here.
Yeah.
What did you think about Zach Wilson, if you got any chance to watch him?
I didn't get to watch a ton of him. I saw more of Mac Jones, who, Mac Jones had the really stupid first play, but then after that, he looked pretty good. He looked like he did in the preseason, but, the Patriots they didn't put up the points.
You know who Mac Jones reminds me of? This is not a bad thing because he cares. But just like stylistically, he reminds me of Kyle Orton.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He's got good rhythm. Orton had good rhythm. Better, though. I think he's going to be a lot better.
I thought Wilson was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he was under a lot of pressure, but made some really nice throws in the second half.
I think this is going to be a tougher week for Wilson. Like, Patriots defenses are very good against rookie QBs. Belichick knows how to game plan against them. That
is true. I I think we need to give the Panthers defense some credit though. Last week they were really, really tough. I think they had the most sacks in the NFL last week with 6. They were just, they were dominant on defense, and I think a lot of that has to do with the Jets. But we talked about they're a really young defense last year, and eventually they're going to grow up.
The Panthers and the Jets had a ton of injuries. They lose, their tackle Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, it's a tough
their
one.
punter went down with like a knee sprain. It's not the Jets' year. We're taking the Pats here.
Yeah, we like Robert Saleh though. I think we like Zach Wilson.
Yeah, just give him time and give that team another year to develop the roster. I think
a little bit of patience.
Okay, Niners at Eagles. Wow. Because the Eagles overperformed, I think, week 1 a little, or at least people's expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Hurts looked really good. Wow. I kind of want to pick the Eagles here, but I also feel like Jalen Hurts might have the biggest drop-off in performance from week 1 to week 2. I think the 49ers defense is going to be tougher than the Falcons defense. Nick Bosa might be more of a factor. They do lose, Verrett, but their rookie out of Oregon, Diamador Lenore. He had a solid outing. I think 49ers.
The 49ers, I'll take them. They're not as reliant on corners as other teams because they've got guys they've got linebackers who are really good in the pass game, and Fred Warner who can drop back and play the deep third in Tampa too. So they've got the safeties and they got the linebackers. Corner is not. I mean, if you looked at their defense the last couple of years, like they don't have any standout corners. Richard Sherman was a little over the hill. So I'm not worried about them. And obviously a running back, I don't care who they trot out there.
No, they're going to get yards.
You could put like Tatum Bell out there and he'd have 100 yards. I don't know why he came to mind, but
yeah, I do. All right, Raiders, Steelers. Wow. People do not think the Raiders are
They're not
shit.
Convinced by that week 1 win. I'm not either. I think it's going to be tough for the Raiders because they played a Monday night game at home. So you got that quick turnaround. Plus you're going to you're taking an early game on the road on the East Coast. That's not good as far as rest and recovery and just like throwing you off. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers here. They're not impressive on offense against the Bills, but every other part of their team was great.
Yeah, they'll look better this week because I think the Raiders' weakness will be their defense. The Steelers had a much tougher test in coverage against the Bills receivers. And the Raiders have talent there. Like Darren Waller is a legit stud, but
19 targets.
Yeah, the Steelers will have a better game plan to limit Waller. And I just think if you do that, you limit the Raiders in the passing game.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs, good. Gruden will be not smart enough to use him enough, and the Steelers are hard to run against. So I just think that the ways the Raiders can win this game, they're going to be eliminated. Steelers, we take. Saints, Panthers, division matchup. Whoa, wow. Jameis Winston coming off a big game. The more I looked at the Winston plays, the less impressed I was.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he had the fewest yards of any 5-touchdown game in NFL history.
Yeah. When I was looking through that game, I was like, all he's doing are these short little passes. And, he had one big one and the Alvin Kamara shovel pass that counts as a touchdown pass. But
The Mahomes special. Yeah. And he had that really bad roughing the passer call negated an
a
interception
pick
in the end zone.
Hmm.
And I think that probably turned into a touchdown after that. So you could be looking at 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, which is still pretty good for Jameis.
I'm going to pick the Panthers to win this, I think.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
We got to go out on a limb. The Saints only favored by 3.5. Again, you said the Panthers had those 6 sacks last week. Jameis is going to make some mistakes against this Panthers D.
All right, the Panthers, let's talk about it. The Panthers had 6 sacks. They allowed a 54% completion percentage, only 2.65 yards per rush. They had 9 quarterback hits, and they had 8 passes defensed. Those are all number 1 in the NFL. It was against the Jets, yeah, but just like a totally dominant defensive performance for the Panthers.
Love it. Speaking, if you think you can dominate, why don't you check out DraftKings Sportsbook? Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow.
Got him.
Week 1 may be over, ladies and gentlemen, but the season's just getting started at DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And to kick off week 2, DraftKings is giving all new customers a can't-miss offer. Bet just $1 on any football game this week and receive $200 in free bets instantly, no matter what. No matter what. That's me getting excited for the Sopranos reboot. That's right. DraftKings is giving all new customers $200 in free bets instantly. You just got to bet $1 on any football game. Any. Bet on the Broncos-Jags game. Bet on the Raiders-Panther or the Raiders-Steelers game. DraftKings, of course, safe, secure, reliable, making it easy for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Knowing your money's safe with your sportsbook, very important. So, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code DNVR to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game. That's code DNVR to get your free bets of $200 this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. All right. Broncos, Jags. We're taking the Broncos. We'll get into that in the Broncos prediction episode that airs every Saturday morning right here on That's Good Broncos. Vikings, Cardinals. Wow. It seems like all these games this week are mismatches.
I think I don't know if this is much of a mismatch as much as people think they have all these teams figured out after week 1.
After week 1.
And I think they're not going to be so confident going forward. However, I have stated that I'm not a big fan of the Vikings this year.
No.
They don't do a lot to impress me. I think Kirk Cousins puts up a lot of empty numbers, which we saw against the Bengals. And the Cardinals, like Chandler Jones isn't going to have 5 sacks every week, but God, he could be defensive player of the year. I found a crazy stat is that his 5 sacks cost the Titans an expected 18.3 points against the Cardinals.
That would be significant.
Really significant. Yeah. So if you don't think a defensive player can impact a game, 18.3 points that he took away from the Titans. So yeah, I mean, I like what the Cardinals are doing. The Vikings, not so much. I don't see any reason to pick against the Cardinals right now.
No. I will not disrespect them because I didn't put them in my power rankings. So, Cardinals, you're getting the pick here. Oh, wow. 99% of the people picked the Buccaneers. That is the biggest percentile differential we have seen today. Makes me want to take the fucking Falcons.
It does. It really does. I would take them plus 12.5.
Yeah. See, and that's okay. So that's why I went with the Texans as my crazy bet. when I put that on Twitter. At the time, I think both games were at 12.5. Maybe one was 12. But to me, I was like, yeah, the Falcons looked bad last week, but I think they play this game closer than people are giving them credit for. I think the Texans looked a lot better against the Jags than they might really be. So to me, that seemed like the craziest bet to take. You know, I think they're 11-point dogs right now. And this is the higher spread. So there's a disagreement there, but I don't think the Bucs played their best game against the Cowboys. And I don't think the Falcons will win this game, but yeah, I think like a touchdown difference or something. I feel like Matt Ryan and the offense has to do something.
Yeah. They're not going to put together two. I don't think they get blown out twice to start the season. I don't think they're going to win, but obviously I'm still going to pick the Buccaneers. We're trying to win this picks competition.
Yeah, we're trying to get back in the top. All right, Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys.
This is going to be a Cowboys home game.
Chargers. Yeah, really is.
This is going to be a serious Cowboys home game.
People a little more divided here. This might be the most competitive game so far that we've seen.
Yeah, this is a good game. It's a really good game.
What was the Bills game? Who are they playing again? God dang, my memory. Bills, Dolphins, competitive. Cowboys, Chargers. Chargers offensive line is what we've been talking about, looking pretty good. Dallas. Ooh, I don't think Dak's going to do to the Chargers what he did to the Bucs, like 400 passing yards. I don't see that happening against the Chargers. Dallas has to run the ball effectively to win this game, I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Ooh, I want the Chargers. Our first disagreement. Chargers only favored by 2.5.
What happens if we both use the veto?
Oh, I'll let you use it. I think the Chargers are going to win this game.
I think it's.
It's the Cowboys.
I think it's the Cowboys in a nail biter.
All right, you got to use your veto though.
I'm using it.
All right,
I'm playing the card.
Cowboys. Just got picked. All right, Titans, Seahawks. Titans look bad. Bad.
Real bad.
I think they'll look better. Not good enough to beat Seattle.
Yeah, I would not want to play Seattle in their home opener.
No. With
fans coming back for the first time in a year.
Two of the toughest home openers,
whatever.
Seattle and Kansas City, I feel like, with the home crowd.
Yeah.
And Denver.
Denver's going to be rocking.
But Denver, you really want that to be week 1 with the home crowd? Because I feel like that's when maybe some guys are still out of game shape because they really haven't played a lot in preseason. Mm-hmm. So the Broncos really need that week 1 home opener, and they're not getting it till week 3. But, Seattle, Kansas City, Denver, not places you want to have to travel and need a win, too. And Titans, although the luxury the Titans have is the AFC South, I think is going to be winnable.
I think you're right.
A couple early losses here.
Yeah. Hard to pick against the Seahawks here. I mean, Russell Wilson's so good early in the season, and they just looked – their defense looked good too. Like, that's the thing is, like, Jamal Adams is he's like the closest thing to Troy Polamalu that I've seen since Troy Polamalu.
Okay, well, thanks, Seattle. Hey, Seattle ran the ball effectively as well. Like, they ran it.
They did.
Threw the shit out of it, and the defense
threw the hell out of that ball. Gerald Everett is kind of like – they have 2 really good tight ends.
That was a good pickup for them.
Yes. Yeah.
Disley and Everett? Is that the duo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember when Will Disley just destroyed the Broncos week 1?
Yeah. I was like,
That's
this
a
dude's going to
random
have a
thing ever.
season. And he played well like the next week, and then he like tore his ACL or something.
Yeah.
Will
Good for
different.
him.
Wow. Chiefs, Ravens. 91% of the people picking the Chiefs. That seems a little high.
Seems a little high. Do you see the Ravens starting out 0-2?
Easy. Easily can happen.
Yeah,
Is this the
against
Sunday
the
night
Chiefs.
game? Yeah.
I'm picking the Chiefs.
I'm going to use my veto, and I'm taking
Oh.
the friggin' Ravens, baby!
You took the Ravens.
Look. I don't
He
have
did it.
any reason to believe that the Ravens will win this game. Their roster's beat up. They let a game slip away from them. Lamar Jackson, though, feels bad about those fumbles he had. He feels real bad about that. And I just think it's going to be unexplainable. But Jackson has a big game. Unstoppable-like performance from Lamar Jackson. Also in a contract year. Negotiating his own contract. He needs to do something here.
Not a great start on Monday.
No.
You gotta stop fumbling.
I might just pick against the Chiefs every week and really nosedive our pick 'em.
Yeah, you'll get no argument from me.
He's got to complete more passes, too. Lamar's got to complete more passes. Peyton Manning says he's got to point his foot towards his target.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of the most fundamental parts of throwing a football accurately.
But it's like when you're capable of running the way he does, I get why that can get a little sloppy back there.
Yes. I agree.
Latavius Murray, maybe he's more of an emphasis. They just commit to. I think they can run a little better against the Chiefs. All right, last game. Here we go. Lions, Packers. 90% of the people are taking the Packers. Got to agree with that.
I think we are a part of the 90% here.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is going to lead the league in passing this weekend.
Imagine if the Lions come in and win. What are people going to be saying about the Packers after 2 weeks?
Wow.
It's going to be it's going to be crazy.
Bad.
It's going to be really bad.
I'm watching Mac Jones throw right now on NFL Network, and he's got some stuff, man.
He's got it.
He's got a little touch. All right, those are our game picks. We made it through the picks.
Yeah, hopefully, a little safer this week.
Yeah,
it feels like
we really only took one risk with the Ravens there. I feel like.
Yeah.
I disagree with the Cowboys, Chargers pick, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, we got to climb back. We got to climb up the standings a little bit.
Yeah, we do. I want to finish in fucking first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's our thing. We should.
Yeah, we got to compete. So thank you guys for playing the pick'ems with us. You can do it through Patreon. That's where the info was. I don't know if you can still get in. I don't know how that works. But waste your money first and then figure out. Also, my hair combed back like this because I slicked it back to look like Aaron Rodgers for today's That's Good Sports episode. Not my new look, but
maybe.
Should I keep it? No. I need a haircut so bad, Will.
You know who didn't need a haircut?
John Elway?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Good night and good luck.